Nothing's more dangerous than a guy in his early 20s that thinks time is running out for him. And I saw this quote pretty recently, and it got me to think that whenever I was 16 years old, when I first got started in the marketing space after watching Tai Lopez, and I thought I had all the time in the world. But after you go through university, after you go through high school, time really speeds up. And it feels like just yesterday I was graduating from university with my degree in electrical engineering. But even the past 3 years since I graduated has just flown by. And granted, in the past 3 years, I've traveled a lot. So I was living in San Diego, I was living in New York City, Budapest, Warsaw, Dubai, Buenos Aires, all of these different places. Right now I'm in Sao Paulo. But you don't have as much time as you actually think you do. Right now I'm 25 years old, and it feels like time is really running out, and I haven't really accomplished everything I wanted to. I know that one thing is definitely online, and you see all these young people that are doing the things you want to do, but you really need to move with speed as fast as humanly possible. Because the longer you wait to do things, especially while you're young, like you want to accomplish all of this while you're young, while you can still take risks, while you don't have the family responsibility, and you really need to move with speed as fast as humanly possible. And every single successful person I know, they move with speed as fast as humanly possible. For example, one of my buddies, when I got him started in the local contractor space, he took action immediately, right? So Sunday night, we decided, okay, here's the niche you want to pick. Here's how to have our systems on GHL, just copy it, and then here's our ads. And the next day, everything was launched. And then the first day, he had sales calls. So the fact that he moved with speed so fast, and he actually listened to everything I gave him, because I went through the trial by fire. So he didn't really have to, like with all the systems and the programs I paid for. And those people are the ones that are going to be successful. And for the most part, I run a school community. The main goal of the school is to ascend into our software. So I'm not like an info guru that just wants to sell you info. It's more so I have a SaaS, and if I help you land your first 2 or 3 clients, you use our software, you're gonna be very sticky. So that's my greedy take on why we have the school. But for the most part, I see a lot of people, they come in for 1 month, they leave, or they don't even start most modules. And almost every single person, the ones that are successful from the school, they ask questions, they show up to the calls, they really just want to learn, they take action like very fast. I give them advice, and then they go take it immediately. And other people, they just pay for something, they get that dopamine rush of paying for something, and then they never actually take action. Like it's nice, like imagine buying a new book, right? You're gonna be excited. Or for me, for example, when I was super into like bodybuilding and fitness, I would go to Costco, like buy all these like healthy foods, whatever, and I'll get like super happy. I was like, oh, I have all this like Greek yogurt and chicken breasts for the week. But whenever it actually comes down to eating all the meal prep you created for the week, like it's not as fun. It's like buying all the things, getting the dopamine of like getting that new book. I'm going to read it one day and then never reading that book, or like getting all those like chicken breasts, broccoli, asparagus, and then turns out like you're just going to Chipotle and ordering. And the same thing goes with the school community. A lot of people, they buy info just to get that dopamine rush, to think that they're doing something productive, but in reality, they don't consume it, they don't take action, because buying the thing will give you as much dopamine as actually like landing your first client. That's what I think. Like the start is always easy, because most people, they won't reach to a point where they're in the valley of despair, and they'll just have that high of just buying that first thing and then getting started. But then in reality, you find out that a month, 2 months in, it gets hard. Like it gets pretty hard. And you're going to be in a spot where you feel like you won't get out. So you're just like in the trenches, but one day you will get out, as long as you put in the inputs every single day. So having that urgency, especially in your early 20s or mid 20s or late 20s, whatever age you are now, getting started now is way better than getting started 5 years or 10 years from now. So like having that impending doom, which even when I started the software company, every single day, like going into bed or like waking up, I have this feeling of impending doom that I put onto myself. And you don't have to have stress in business, right? Everything in terms of stress is all created in your head on like your perception of what stress actually is. So in reality, like you're putting all the stress to yourself, but like having that impending doom, like if I don't do this, it's like the whole world's gonna, fall on top of me. Like having that impending doom sometimes is actually pretty good, especially when you get started, to get that momentum going. Or also what's gonna happen is you're gonna feel like every single day is, perfect, so you're not gonna take action as fast as humanly possible. And all the people that you see online, they took action pretty fast, and for the most part, they got started. While other people waited, they got started in the journey, and that's why they've been able to succeed. So that's all I really have for this video. The main takeaway is, like, if you feel like you haven't accomplished enough, it's okay to feel that way. Just see how far you've come, right? But if you're just getting started and you haven't started anything and you're just watching YouTube videos, getting a dopamine rush, buying the school community I have down below, and then just getting a dopamine rush, my thing is just, you should feel like you're running out of time. And I don't mean to be mean, but you probably are running out of time, because every single day that you're alive, you want to chase after your goals, right? Or else what's the point of life? Like, you want to chase after what you want in this lifetime. And even if it's monetary, or if it's you just want to travel the world, or anything like that, you want to have kids, you want to settle down, just like chase after what you want in this life. Because for the most part, you don't know if tomorrow's your last day on earth, or even today's your last day. So just move with urgency as fast as humanly possible, take risks, and just have that impending doom whenever you start that business, so you can get that momentum going. And that's all I have for this video, and I'll catch you in the next video.